Hello gang, welcome to Car Question. Do you remember in 2004 when Porsche showed us the Cayenne? Everybody was looking at that and saying, wow, that's not a performance car. And you know what? Over time, it was one of the best sellers of Porsche. Now in 2015, the manufacturer is offering us the new Macan. Will it stood up to the performance reputation of Porsche? Is it worth of bearing the logo of the manufacturer? That's what we're gonna see this week at Car Question. Just need to look at it and it's gonna be a head turner. Look at this nice line. We have some nice reference to the 917, 911 right there on the side. And look at that hood. Nice line going down, a 4-line right there that you can see. There's a nice curve, you know, that's gonna give a sporty look to the vehicle. Look at the emblem, the color, the gold, the reflection. You can see that it's quality right now. And I was talking about 917 reference. Let me open the hood. You're gonna see what I mean. The hood is going all the way up to the wheels here. Look at the lights. When I'm gonna open that hood, you're gonna see some hole right there where the lights fits. And man, look at that engine. You've got some build quality right there, and I simply love that. That 3.0 V6 twin turbo. And I love how when you close it, it sounds like quality. The front end, since we have the S model, so the front end is a little bit different for the turbo one, but still it got nice finishes, nice uses of LED. We've got directional lights, and when it's time to clean your lights, you know, some other manufacturers are using some buttons that's coming out of the bumper right there. But look at that, how they finished it. You know, it doesn't seem it's there. Once again, nice quality, nice finish. And look at that, for the parking sensor, usually, once again, other manufacturers simply puts those little round-shaped sensor everywhere on the bumper, and right now it's on the side of the fog light. It's in the plastic material right there in the black, so you don't see them. It's not breaking the style, and that's what we love. If we move to the side, and by the way, it's a white color. Usually I don't like the white, but probably the contrast right there with the side blade that they've put in, and you know what, you can have them in carbon if you want to, so that's a nice touch also. I kind of like the color, but you want a metallic color, no problem, there's an option for that. You want to personalize the color that you want of your Macan, no problem, there's an option for that too. The wheels, huge wheels. Usually come out in 18 inches wheel, but right now it's 21 inches wheel. You've got big brakes showing, and by the way, it's a 6-piston caliper, so a lot of performance coming out of the brake. Right now, we're using the Continental Conti Sport Contact 5P tires. In the front, 265 40/21, and in the rear, 295 35. Those are big tires. They're gonna give us some road handling, that's for sure. The brakes are a little bit smaller in the rear, and by the way, there's a lot of style of wheel to choose. If you prefer 5-spoke, no problem, there's that, but I simply love the look of those one. You've got some touches of chrome right there, the use of piano black, the mirror are nice lines, some reference to the 911, that's for sure. When you go to the top, you've got your panoramic sunroof, just love the big opening. And if we move to the back, look at the curve of the trunk. Once again, not a big curve, but you know, just to give you an impression of performance. Look at the lights, nice relief right there, and they are powerful and they are completely unique, you know. That's giving a distinguished styling to the Porsche Macan right now. If we look at the back, you've got your trailer hitch. Yes, we can tow with that vehicle. over 5,000 pounds, that's for sure. And look at the exhaust system, twin. You've got 4 of them coming out. You've got your diffuser down there. And once again, it's a perfect finish for this Macan S. And by the way, if you want to open the trunk, the button is right there. Easy, accessible, right there on the wiper. You don't have to go like this, you know, to find your opening. And you've got access to your storage compartment. The color is pretty unique even in the interior. Usually I'm not a fan of those colors, but once again, when it's nice, when you've got some build quality, when you've got some nice finish, I tend to be influenceable, I think. Exterior styling, you know, you want to customize it, no problem. Porsche can do anything you want. There's a lot of options to make your vehicle unique. Exterior, interior, and that's what we like right now about what we can do with this Macan. When you take place aboard the Porsche Macan, you cannot ignore the fact that there's a lot of material quality in that vehicle. There's a lot of build quality. Everything is assembled in its perfection. The touches of the leather, touches of the little plastic part, even right there near the cup holder, there's a nice finish everywhere you are looking. If you want to customize your interior, because you know what, right now it's beige, and I'm not a fan of the beige, but still it's looking good with all the contrast that they've put in. But you know, if I want a black interior, no problem. I want wood, no problem, there's an option for that. I want carbon fiber, no problem, there's an option for that. Even my seat belt, I want them red, no problem, we're gonna do that. You know, the vent right there, if I don't like the black color, do you want leather insert? No problem, we can do that. So that's gonna give a lot of personalization of your vehicle, a lot of customization to your taste. Now the only problem is, if your boyfriend or girlfriend is a stylist and they start choosing with you, that might be a problem right now. So you know what? Choose whatever you like, go with your own personalization, and you're still gonna love your interior in 10 years from now. So with the other parts of the interior, when I look at that, you know, I look at the steering wheels, firm, nice grip right there. Reminds me of the best sports cars of Porsche 911. I've got the look on 3 big round shaped dial. The first one's going to be my speed indicator, the one in the middle, my RPM with all my warning lights, and the last one on the right is going to show me GPS information, or I don't know, multimedia information or trip information. Everything is accessible and quite easy. And I want to change that display, no problem. There's a little round button right there, rotation button that I can push, or simply turn it on, and there you go, my display has changed. Aluminum feeling, the nice logo of Porsche right there in the steering wheel. Everything is easy access, and you don't have a lot of button on the steering wheel, so when you're driving you want to keep focus on your engine revolution and be ready to shift gear with those nice paddle right there, and they are not plastic. When I pinch them, I can hear the quality of the metal in there. When you move to the middle section, you cannot ignore the watch. You've got a nice Porsche watch right there, and you've got your multimedia system, which is not bad, but it's not one of the best. You know, if you want to have a better sound system, you're gonna go for the option that Porsche is offering you. Besides that, you've got all the easy button access for your stereo. You've got a little compartment there that you can open, put in your CD, your SIM card. If you move to that section, that's where it can be scary for some of you guys. But you know what? When you're used to it, no problem. It's all easy access. So your temperature is there, your the power of the ventilation is also shown there, so you can move up or down. You've got all your option also if you prefer the air to go up or down, and your option for the seats. You know, right now we have the optional heated seats and conditioned seat, so you can select that, and every option that you're gonna add is probably gonna add some button to the rest of that console right there. Easy access, you know, to the shifter. I can put it into manual mode and get a lot of fun shifting my own gears. 2 cup holders, a little bit of storage right there. It's not that big, and you still got another power outlet and your USB and auxiliary connection. The seats, look at that. Look how they are, once again, a nice quality. All the stitches, you know, they are perfect. And you know, when you look at some other vehicles, sometimes you see a little wire hanging there, a little hole which is bigger, another one which don't seem quite round. And you know what? When you look at those seats, they are nice. We've got the base seats right now. You can find your comfort because there's a lot of adjustment on the side of that seat, and that's a great thing. You can also go for the sport seats if you want, but right now the model that we have, I can find my comfort in that. But if I want to be a guy who goes on the track, who goes to do some performance, I would have loved to have a little bit more support right there on the side. So there you go, guys. Incredible personalization option, and that's what we like. But be careful, this can rise the price a lot. So let's start our road handling test with the startup of the engine. You're gonna find out why I want to let you hear that. Man. Reminds us of the 911, the Cayenne, the Boxster, and they've put it into the Macan. What a nice sound. So you've got big numbers in horsepower and in torque. So the equation is pretty simple. You've got good numbers on acceleration. You're going to be able to do a 0-100 in 5.4 seconds. That's fast. And if you have the Sports Plus option, 5.2 seconds. Okay, it's only 0.2 difference, but you know what? That's fast. And the top speed for this vehicle is gonna be 254 kilometers per hour. Yeah, I know you're probably gonna test that on tracks, or I don't know, on your private land or something like that. Be careful on the road, because as soon as you're accelerating, you're in the ticket red zone danger. Okay, be careful, guys. This vehicle is so fast and you don't feel it. You're simply rolling within comfort on the highway, and the next thing you know, you're at 140 kilometers per hour, and you've got, you know, blue and red light behind you. So you're riding in comfort. It's all about performance. There you go, taxi man, go advance please. I was saying, guys, you can go on the highway, and this is gonna be comfortable vehicle. If you prefer, you know, performance driving, this is gonna be able to adapt. And in every situation, this is one of the most communicated vehicle I've driven for the SUV, for the performance SUV segment. You know, you can push this vehicle to the limit and still be in control, and it's going to be forgiving as well. So strong acceleration, incredible top speed. You need braking. The big calipers in front, the 6-piston calipers are, you know, if you want to do an emergency braking, you will push that pedal and you will be able to do it and still get a good braking force and the communication coming out from it. You just want a little tap on it, do a small move on the side, you know, no problem. You're able to dose the braking that you're gonna give it to that vehicle, and that's awesome. Big brakes in the front, the rear are a little bit smaller. The Porsche guys told us, hey, you know what, if that vehicle didn't have any braking in the rear, they would have been no problem. It's so powerful, I trust them, but we'd come on them. We need 4 brakes, that's for sure. If you're the performance type of guy, you're gonna find the suspension to be also quite good, because they're not using the standard suspension as other manufacturers in the front with the big McPherson strut. They're using multi-link suspension, and that's giving a good feel to the vehicle. You can do emergency maneuver like that, side swipe. Radio just turned on because something hit the knob. It scared me a little bit on this one, but there you go, guys. You can still do those maneuvers and, you know, feel confident, and so much communication coming from the steering wheels. Everything is made here to communicate with the driver, tell him where he can go, where he should stop. And you know what? That's what makes a good performance vehicle. If you want more braking, no problem, there's an option for that. More suspension, no problem for that. It's always adapting to your style that you're gonna do, so you can customize your vehicle. Let's say you're a comfortable guy, hey, no problem with that. Just buy the vehicle, add the heated seat, you know, air conditioned seat, no problem. You add the navigation, a premium sound system. There you go, you've got a complete vehicle for you. Okay, don't forget, you know, to choose your interior color, your interior material, and there you go, you're ready to do long drive between Quebec, Montreal, Ontario, all over the world in comfort. Probably a passenger on your side, you know, signing some deals. And there you go, you've got the perfect vehicle. You're the off-road type. Well, don't worry. Don't go for the 21 inches wheel though, because you will have a slim tire, and that's not good for off-road driving. And by the way, a small acceleration. This PDK is always ready to shift. I love the little popcorn noise in the exhaust. Man, I have to slow down right now, guys, because you know why, huh? Let's resume. If you're the off-road type, you can go with the adjustable suspension, and at the simple press of a button, you can adjust the height, and you can go up to a clearance of 9 and a few inches, and that's good. You know, you can also add protection. Let's say you go into some rock sometimes, just add the plating protection in option, and you're gonna have good plating that's gonna protect the underbody of your car. Once again, customization to its best. Push the off-road button, push the downhill assist system, and you're gonna be surprised how good it goes off-road. So I was quite impressed. The system takes a little bit of time to lock every 4 wheels, but it's gonna get you over big obstacle, that's for sure. Let's say that you need to carry something. If you go, I don't know, if you go to your second house or go on a fishing trip, you have to carry ATV or anything, you know, equipment, anything you need. This vehicle is gonna be able to tow 5,291 pounds, so you can load that pretty big for a vehicle of this size. You're the sports guys, you want to go on the track, man, that's for sure. Go with the bigger tires, go with the adjustable suspension. That's gonna give you more firmer shock absorber by the pressing of a button. You can also add the carbon fiber brakes. This will be completely insane, but that's an option that's gonna cost you $9,300 to be precise. So be careful with that. You can add the PASM system, the Porsche Active Suspension. As I told you, you can press it, and there you go. You got track setting, you got comfort setting. You can add also the PTV Plus. That's the Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus. That's gonna you know, share the power between the rear wheels, so when you're entering a corner, floor it. It's gonna send power to the wheel that needs it to, you know, get you out of the turn the fastest way possible. You've got also the Chronal Package that you can add. You're gonna have the stopwatch. You're gonna have the clock. You're gonna have also a computer that's gonna be able to get data logging while you're driving, while you're racing on the track. And after that, you can take those data and put it to your computer and do whatever you want with it, you know, to get better on the track, so you can still have fun with that vehicle. So suspension is good, braking is good, engine power is good, sounds is good, and you've got a vehicle that can nearly do everything. So this is going to be a vehicle that's going to please to a wide range of drivers of all age, that's for sure. For the competition, well, you've got the Audi SQ5, which is supercharged. Not a bad vehicle, but you know what? As soon as you want to add up an option that comes with a package, so it's less you cannot personalize as much as the Porsche this vehicle. And you've got a BMW X3, which is a good-looking vehicle, that's for sure, but not as reliable as Porsche right now with its vehicle on the market. You've got the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque, which is completely unique in its sound, but not as much performance as you can have with that vehicle, and probably a little bit more off-road capability with its system. But you know what? Man, the choice is not hard. I would buy tomorrow this vehicle to have so much fun in all those activities. The fuel consumption, well, you know, you've got a twin turbo engine in front, so you need to use premium. And guys, I warn you, no regular gas in this car. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you put regular gas, you won't get all the performance out of the engine, and you won't be able to do that as quick. Man, accelerating while turning, still as fast as going straight. Incredible. Simply love this car. As I told you guys, so the fuel consumption, you're going to be able to do around 11 liters per 100 kilometers. That's good for this kind of power and this kind of vehicle, because as soon as you have big horsepower, usually the consumption goes up. Probably a good job between the engine management and the PDK, which is always ready to shift, always ready to give me good acceleration. And by the way, talking about good acceleration, I'm in 5th gear right now, and Florent in 3, 2, there you go. Bam! Was not even into sports mode, and it's quick. Love this car. The engine that we have in our Porsche Macan S is the 3.0 V6 twin-turbo engine. It's good for 340 horsepower, the torque 339, and it's present in large band of the engine revolution. So as soon as you step in the accelerator, there you go, you've got big torque power. You've got a 7-speed automatic transmission. Oh my God, there's no manual. Don't worry guys, it's a BDK. Porsche double coupling. It's a double clutch, always ready to change to the next gear. You can put it into manual mode, and you know what? It's lightning fast. If you want to be even faster, you've got the turbo version of the Macan, the Macan Turbo, which is incredible with its big number. So you've got a V6 twin turbo, 3.6 liter, which is going to give you 400 horsepower, and the torque of 406, 0 to 100 is going to be 4.8 seconds. Incredible. Got the Sports Plus mode, 4.6. lightning fast. You've got a all-wheel drive, which is quite good. You can go get your grocery, go off-road, and go even on the track. And this vehicle is performing at its best in every condition. At Car Question, we are known for diagonal 4x4 and all-wheel drive tests. It's one step hill that all the vehicles that we have need to go through. We're gonna try this test this week with the Macan that we have. We're gonna put it in off-road mode and see how it handles it. It's one hard test. A lot of vehicles fail that test, and we're gonna see how the computer and the all-wheel drive work together to get us a better traction. And now the conclusion. Let's start with the negative points. You've got to be really picky, you know, to find a lot of negative points on this vehicle. But since we are, let's do it. Let's start with the windshield washer emplacement, where you fill it up, you know, during winter. I don't know why they place it so far behind the front bumper. You're gonna have a lot of fun trying to fill that up during winter time. Another thing that I don't quite like is the interface on the multimedia system. You know, we're in 2015, put some colors in, put some animation, nice touchscreen, you know, Apple style, I don't know, but you have to be different, and please raise the quality of the base system. The last point is, you know, when you put so many options, the price is getting incredibly big. Be careful with those options. Try to choose the one that are fitting to your style of driving. If you want some comfort, then forget the 21 inches wheel. If you want performance, then feel free to add some touch of carbon, or I don't know, the sport suspension, you know. But be careful, because try that. Go on the website, add all the options, and you're gonna see your bill is gonna raise up to 150K. Impressionant, wow. So be careful with those options. Besides that, personalization is a good thing. You know, you don't have to choose a package to get only the heated seats. You can simply pick that up. So make a list, choose wisely your option, and you're going to end up with a car that's going to cost around 60 or even 70K. So I think that's fair for the performance. Talking about performance, thumbs up for the sound of the engine. Reminds us of the big sports car of Porsche. Put it into sports mode and let's hear that engine roar. Performance and acceleration, road handling, all-wheel drive. The performance of the all-wheel drive in off-road mode is also quite good. So there you go, guys. With all those points, I think you're gonna have to choose if you want a personalized vehicle with your style showing in and out, or if you want to drive another car of another manufacturer and, you know, risk to see another car just like yours on the road. So for that, it's an A++ for me. And you? Feel free to comment whatever you want on Car Question Guy.